Good morning, everyone. Ooh, I just took my glucose. It's 125. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Um, I'm pretty sure that the reason is because I haven't been doing any walking because it's too cold outside for me and Chico to go outside and myself to go outside. It's very slippery outside. This morning I woke up to ice on all my windows. Yeah, there's ice on all my windows this morning. Okay. And so we are iced in and snowed in. I can get out the door if I need to. I can, but I'm not. Okay. I'm not. That's the whole point of me getting all prepared and everything. Is that my pipes are doing great. Um, I am doing well. Chico is doing well. We are staying warm and cozy inside. That was the whole point in this entire preparation, is that if I had to stay inside, I could. And guess what? We have to stay inside because it's too cold out there for him. And so when I took on adopting Chico, with you guys' encouragement, I knew that this was a commitment in which I was going to have to put him first, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm putting him first. And as most of you know, Chihuahuas cannot handle cold. They can't handle cold very well. And so he is tucked in. Let me show you. He is tucked into his warm bed right now with the heater on him. And he's still shivering. And so I'm going to be picking him up and putting him in my lap real soon and getting him off the floor and into my arms so that he can get warm together with me. First, I wanted to take my glucose reading and then have a sip of coffee with you. And now, Chico is up in my arms. So there we are, Chico and I. And as soon as I picked him up, he is almost not shivering at all right now. So he will stay in my arms for the next hour or so. I do have, I'm baking a whole chicken. So I have the oven going, it's preheating right now, and the chicken is ready to go in the oven. That's the very first thing I did when I got up this morning, is I went in, started the coffee, got the chicken out of the refrigerator, seasoned it up real good, and put it in my Dutch oven. And it's going to go into the oven and bake. And yeah, so that's what's going to happen. We're going to bake chicken in the oven today, roasted until it's done, a whole chicken. And then I'm going to measure out 3 ounces of chicken to go in each soup bowl. And the rest of it, I'm going to keep the chicken breasts intact. We'll use that for something else, and I will put it in, what do you call it? Put it in vacuum seal bags, and it will go into the freezer for later use. And we'll see how much chicken I get off of the these bones. And then these bones then are going to go into the slow cooker to make chicken broth. And I will be preparing that and putting it ready, getting it ready to start making chicken broth. Today is the day. Today's the day where the chicken bones go into into the slow cooker for chicken broth. All right. I'll see you guys in a little while. Got his little shoes on him this morning. We're going to see how he does. Oh, Chico. Well, we'll see. He's working them off, okay? We'll see. I'm going to give him a few minutes with each time I try. Let's see if he'll get used to them. But they're cute. They're cute. Everyone. All right, I got around here and got my shower done. Warmed up the bathroom and got my shower done. And I want to let you know also that I did get into the freezer that's connected to my refrigerator. I got in there, tore through everything. And slowly I'm going to be pulling out things that I have already like put in for me to just pop in the oven and cook. And I also found a bunch of, like, I collect chicken bones in my freezer, and so I put it in that particular freezer for a reason. So when I get ready to make chicken bone broth, that's where I go. And I put also like tops of celery, the end pieces of celery, what do you call it? The tops off of bell peppers, anything that I think will be good to go into a good broth. And so I went through that entire freezer this morning and pulled out everything that would be good into this broth, and one package of chicken that is already marinated. And so, plus I found, remember the marinated chicken legs, quarters that I baked? I found a couple of those too that I had, and so I'm gonna pull those out and thaw them out. And during this cold spell, that's what I'm gonna be doing, is pulling the chicken off of the bone and creating chicken broth out of the bones. And so I'm pulling out the chicken that I have that has bone in it, thawing it out, and that's what I'm going to be eating. Along with, I found another like package of ham from the last ham that I baked, and it's the last package of ham that I have that is already cooked up. And so I pulled that out as well because I'm going to be eating that for breakfast instead of bacon and sausage. And that freezer is now looked through, and the only thing that I have in there now is quick things to make. And so in one package, a 2-pound, what do you call it, 2 pounds of ground beef from the food bank haul that I got, where I got 2, 4, 6, 8 pounds of ground beef. And I gave 6 pounds away. And so, I'm going through slowly. That was my goal for January, but we had a lot of things going on in January this month. And so it's not a bad thing, but now that I am cooped up in my house, I can get to this. And so I did that this morning. That freezer has been looked through. And so I'm going to get busy on those and cooking up proteins and making chicken bone broth. And yeah, so I have that chicken in the oven, and it hasn't reached the internal temperature that I need for it to do, and that's my alarm to go check it. Alexa, stop. So let me go and check the temperature of the chicken that's in the oven. And then I'm going to take you in the process of me making the bone broth, okay, and show you what I do. I'm going to bring you in and show you that the chicken is roasted, and its internal temperature is 79 Celsius, which is the correct temperature for a chicken to be well done, which is what I want. And so this is going to make some nice meals coming up. I'm looking for the bone in it though, so I've got to let this cool down, and then I'm going to take the meat off of the bone. In the meantime, I'm going to bring you over here and show you some things. I'm bringing you into my crock pot, and I'm taking all of the little pieces of things that I threw into the freezer that would make good flavoring for a bone broth, and I'm throwing it into the slow cooker. This is, and I'm sorry about the crunching, but ice was falling out of the freezer from my ice dispenser. So I have some little red orange bell pepper that I threw in the freezer. Then I have here some celery tops, it looks like, or leaves, that I threw in there, and that's what that is. I have chicken bones here. Chicken bones here. And I think that's going to be enough for some nice bone broth right there. So what did I put in there? I put some bell pepper, some celery in there, chicken bones. Let's see, I have other things over here. I'll put this. Hold on, I got some other things. Let me put this back because this I can use to cook with. Where I have in here, it's already chopped up and already ready for me. And here I'm going to put a half of an onion in there that I have already chopped up. I'm going to do that with the other one as well. Okay, let's see what else. I have celery stalks here. The tops, that's going to go into that one. And it looks like these are celery stalks as well. I'm going to throw these back in the freezer because I'm going to save. I may end up doing 3 crock pots full of bones. I may end up doing that. End up having to do 2 rounds of it. See, I'm going to back you up and show you. I have a second crock pot here, and I just now put in onion and celery in that one, onion, celery, and bell pepper in that one. Then I'm going to come in here. Rotisserie chicken carcass here. It's going to go into the second. I told you I don't waste anything. That's going into the second crock pot. This bag had something in it. I don't know what. Let me look. It may just be ice. Yep, that's what it is. It's just ice. So that was the chicken carcass. Rotisserie chicken carcass. some chicken legs. From that rotisserie chicken, it's in there. I have one baked chicken leg, quarter. Okay. I'm gonna throw these 2 legs in there. With this chicken carcass, I'm just gonna throw these 2 legs in there. All right. Now we're going to fill it up with some water. So let me get a pitcher of water. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a 3rd slow cooker. Maybe even a 4th, who knows. All right. We may be doing this 2 days in a row. So I have my half-gallon pitcher here that I keep of water always drawn up. And I'm going to be filling it with at least a gallon of water, which is 4 quarts. I'm going to try a gallon of water. We'll see. We're going to fill it up as much as I can. Yep. Gallon of water. All right. Then we're going to put the lid on this. Nope, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Nope. We got to put the vinegar in it. I'll be back. Hold on. I'll be back. Bringing you back because I'm going to start putting the seasonings in there that I want. We're going to start off with some dried parsley. Feel like I'm running in circles this morning. Any of y'all ever feel like that? That's what I'm feeling like this morning. We're going to put in a teaspoon of garlic. Okay. We're going to put in a good size of canning salt. Okay, this is ground sage. Ground black pepper. And that's the seasonings that are going to go into this. Now the lid is going to go on it. And we're going to set this, let me get my glasses on. If I can find them. I bury them in all these seasonings. This is what I do. So I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Found them. All right, we're going to set this. I'm going to program it myself. I'm gonna go as many hours as this thing will let me. "12 hours is all it'll go." Enter. High, I'm gonna go low. There it goes. Okay, so next 12 hours. All right, so around 10 o'clock tonight, before I go to bed, I'll come in, stop it, and set it for another 12 hours on low. That way, in the morning, I'll know that it's been, when it goes off, it'll be going 23 hours. Okay? If I wait till 11 o'clock tonight, maybe I'll stay up till 11 o'clock tonight. When it goes off at 11 o'clock tonight, then I'll set it for another 12 hours and it'll go 24 hours. Okay? Now, let's focus on this second one. We're going to do the same thing with the second one. I am going to put a good amount of garlic in there. Okay, done with the garlic. I can put it away. For this round of chicken broth. Then we're going to go ahead and put in some sage. It's not all the way open because I want to control the sage when I put it in here. Okay. Salt. Some black pepper. Parsley. And yes, Chico is right underneath my feet. Right underneath my feet. Okay. A good scoop of parsley in there. Then the lid on it. Oh, water. Oh, what did I forget? What did I forget, everyone? We have to do a splash of vinegar in these. We can't forget this. A splash of vinegar. There we go. Just splash. And what that's going to do is it's going to help break down the bones. Splash of vinegar. It really doesn't affect, by the way, the flavor of the broth. The vinegar doesn't. All it does is help break down the bones. All right, now, where's the picture? There it is. Coming in, filling that one up with water. To move. Make sure that this is submerged. There we go. Okay, so this is not going to be a complete 1 gallon of water in there, but that's all right. Everything is submerged. That's all that really matters. Back in here and fill this half-gallon pitcher of water. I always keep it drawn up because you never know when I'm gonna wake up or come in the kitchen and there'll be no water. They don't warn us when they cut the water off in this area. They just do it. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to come in, get my glasses on, and see if this has a warm feature on it. Keep warm. I need it on low. All right, we're going to let this roll for 24 hours. All right, everyone, so you see I'm on a mission for the next few days to get some bone broth done. And it looks like I might get close to 8 quarts off of that one round that I've just started. And it has to go for 24 hours. And then I am going to do a second round because I do have another chicken carcass in there and enough of the bones from the other chicken that's in there that I might be able to make another 8 quarts, close to 8 quarts of chicken broth. So it's going to be close to 16 quarts of chicken broth that'll last me for the year. And I try to do canning in this time of year when it's really cold, in January and February. And there's a collaboration where they do Canuary. And that kind of inspired me. But I do it when I need to and when in the colder months, because it's a great opportunity to help heat the house up. And so I'm going to be looking through also more of my frozen meats that I already have like marinated and ready to go, and start baking those up every day. And then what I don't eat, I'm going to take and put in, I'm going to debone it and take it and put it in bags ready to go in, either 4-ounce servings or 8-ounce servings, so that it'll make either 1 or 2 meals for me. And that's how I'm going to progress with the with the chicken that I have already ready in right now, is that I'm going to debone it. Okay, the ones that are already cooked, I'm going to debone them and get them ready. I might even make a chicken salad. Who knows? I might make a chicken salad out of it. I might make me another pot of chicken soup out of it. I'm just in the mood for some chicken soup, and I might make a chicken soup and put it in my my container cube and freeze it, and then individually package them up so that I'll have chicken vegetable soup ready to go. Okay. I might do that. And so I haven't decided where I'm going to go with this chicken soup venture that I'm making, but I'm making some chicken soup up, all right? And making it really easy for me to have a meal that all I have to do is pull it out of the freezer and pop it in the microwave, or, whatever I need to do, all right? And so we'll see where it goes. We'll see. Right now, I know I got the chicken broth going, okay? That was my goal today, is to get that chicken broth going. And I did it. I did my goal before noon. I did it. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm getting hungry. After I baked a whole chicken this morning and heated the house up with it, I'm gonna bring in my plate, a pair of tongs. We're gonna make French toast. Get in here and flip this over. Cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bread away. And I'll bring you back when I get the French toast. I'm going to use the rest of my 2 eggs and I'm going to scramble it. And then I'm going to put a piece of ham on the side. Alright, we're going to sit down and eat. You saw Chico. He's trying to get to my food. Y'all saw that. He's not going to get there though. He's not. I'm getting my fork and my knife. And you can see that I have my second cup of coffee. I have French toast here. I have my eggs with ham on the side, 2 ounces of ham. And you can see he's right here trying to get at my food. I'm hungry. This ham is so good. This is so good. Here we go. I got my ham cut up. Let's come in with some of these eggs. A piece of that ham. A little bit of this sugar-free syrup. And I like dipping my ham in that syrup. It's just so warm and comforting on a cold morning like today. This is another pajama day, and the reason it is a pajama day is because it is still so cold outside that I did get up and get a shower and all that stuff, but you can still get things done in your pajamas. I'm not going out anywhere. I'm staying in. And getting things done in the house that need to get done. Mm. This is so good. It is so good. Mm. Mm. You know, I was watching a video yesterday on, it was Miss Lori over at Whipple Holler. And she was talking about making her own lunch meat. She did a video on making her own lunch meat. And I never thought about that French toast is so good. I never thought about taking a pork loin like she did, roasting it in the oven, and then cooling it down, let it get cold, and slice it up. That never occurred to me to do that. To make your own lunch meat. I buy the, you know that I buy at Christmas time and Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, I buy a whole ham in a spiral cut if it can get it at a cheap price. And I'll use that ham as my lunch meat. And as a matter of fact, I got some out of the freezer because I had some. So I can make myself ham sandwich using lettuce, or I can take 4 ounces of the ham and put it in my salad. Or I can do an open faced sandwich with a piece of bread. And so I've been thinking about how I can use that ham to make sandwiches. On my new eating plan, because I can't have 2 slices of bread. I can't. What I can do is do an open faced one, but that's all I can have is just 4 ounces of ham or 3 ounces of ham and a piece of cheese. I could do that, and then the bread, or I can turn it into a salad. And so I've been thinking about ways to use up the items that I have in my freezers. And the reason that I pulled that package out is because in the next week or two, I have a whole ham in my big freezer that I want to go ahead and cook up while I've got cold weather. Mm. So as I go through my freezers, I'm pulling out the already prepared meals that I did for myself and giving myself grace and just cooking them up. So that moving forward, I can be better at making marinades and things like that that are on my eating plan. I'm going to use what I have already prepared. I'm just going to incorporate, if it's like one of the things that I have is a honey chicken marinade. I'm going to count the honey as 10 carbs on that chicken. So when I eat the chicken, I'm not going to eat anything else with it. It's just going to be 4 ounces of chicken for that meal. And no carbs. And just count my carbs for that meal as hidden carbs in that marinated chicken. Mm. Mm. That was a piece of ripple. So anyway, so I pulled out a bunch of meat from the freezer that I need to get used up, and I still have plenty more in there. And then once I get it baked up and off the bone, then I can make egg roll in a bowl with the chicken. Mm. Mm-hmm. That, my friend, was a delicious breakfast. I'm going to get up here and get all this cleaned up, get the dishes done, enjoy my coffee, and then we'll see what we get up to next. Good evening, everyone. It is almost 5 o'clock in the evening, and I've been really busy in the kitchen today. I'm going to bring you in, and we are going to take my glucose and ketone levels today for the afternoon and do my blood pressure. My blood pressure has been really good. And then we're going to get in the kitchen, and I'm going to heat up a bowl of that soup. Now, let me explain to you that it is above freezing right now. It's 44 degrees outside, and the snow is melting. The snow is melted from everywhere except my front yard and my porch. Almost everybody else's it's ready and done. And probably because I did not shovel the snow. Everybody else did. I did not. The reason I didn't is because I don't have a shovel. And yeah, so I don't have a shovel, nor do I have the ability to shovel snow. And so we're going to give it till tomorrow. Wow, that hurt. All right, that one hurt. And it should be melted by then. We'll see what my glucose is first. $149. Wow. I don't know what I had. And ketones. Let's see where we're at in ketones. I mean, it's not real bad, but it's been way better. 0.7, so I am in ketosis. Anyway, I'm gonna put this together, do my blood pressure, and then we'll meet in the kitchen for my chicken soup. Well, good evening, everyone. I changed my mind and I am preheating the oven. This is chicken thighs that I had marinating in I believe it was a honey something sauce. Honey garlic chicken is what it is. And so I'm going to pop these in the oven and cook them up because it's already thawed out and ready to go. And it'll give me more bones for tomorrow's second round of bone broth. And so I am going to go ahead and cook these up, and then I'll have a side of broccoli cheddar soup maybe, and heat that up. Or let me go see what I have in the pantry that needs to be used up. So let's see. This I'm definitely going to cook, and it'll take about an hour to hour and 15 minutes. And then let me go in the pantry and see what vegetables I need to be using up. I'm bringing you in to show you what the side is for tonight's meal. And I have a lot of zucchini in my refrigerator. And so they need to get used up. So I took one zucchini, put a pat of butter in the bottom of this iron skillet, and a little oil so that the butter would not burn. And I'm just salt, pepper, and a little parsley. And I am just going to saute these zucchini in this and until they're tender and cooked. And the onions are ready. Oh, I want to put some garlic in there too. Let me get the garlic out. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in there. And this is a very low carb side vegetable that I can have. Since my glucose was a little higher than I liked, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't where I wanted it. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of garlic in there. I'm running low on garlic. I need to get me some more. I need to order some more. I do have garlic salt, but I tend to use the garlic. You know, I do have garlic powder if I need to, but I tend to use a lot of garlic in my cooking, which is not a bad thing. So I'm going to get this all sauteed up and let this cook. And this is going to be a nice little flavorful side to my chicken that's in the oven. Look what I did. I burned it. I walked away for a little bit and forgot that I'd left the burner on. Let's see. Y'all know I like some good cooked food, okay? Like I don't mind it being dark.
Let's see if it's even too burnt for me. I'm gonna get the darkest piece. No. Actually, y'all gonna think this is crazy, but I like the flavor of burnt food sometimes. This is not bad. For me. Y'all see, I'm going for the dark pieces. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna enjoy this with my dinner tonight. I'm gonna eat all the dark pieces while I'm standing here. It's hot. That's for sure. Mm-mm. I'm gonna stand here while it's hot, piping hot, and eat all the burnt pieces. That's gonna be my side. The rest of it, I'll put it as a side for another dish, for another day. Chicken is out of the oven. I let it rest for about 5 minutes. And I'm gonna come in with a saucer because I ate half of the zucchini, the burnt part I ate. And I'm gonna come in with this piece right here. I already checked the temperature, internal temperature on the chicken, and it is at perfect temperature. We're gonna head over to the table, and I'm just gonna sit and enjoy the chicken by itself because I already ate the zucchini. While I'm walking over to the table, I want you to see that I do have the broth going, and it will go all night long. Hey, I'm gonna get over here and join you all while I enjoy this chicken. Sit down and enjoy this chicken. This chicken is so good. It's juicy. I've been into a bone. All right. It's really good. It is very delicious. I am going to sit here and enjoy this chicken. And then we'll see what I get up to. What else I get up to in the kitchen tonight. Everyone, I've been really busy today. I got a whole chicken baked. I got chicken thighs baked today. I deboned all of the chicken that I baked today, and those bones are ready to go into the crock pot for tomorrow. And so I have chicken that I have one dish that is a like a quick meal already prepared, like a TV dinner already prepared, with the chicken thigh and half of the zucchini that I made. I also have a bunch of chicken um, thighs that I'm going to be making egg roll in a bowl with. I'm going to be making I'm going to use some of the cabbage I'm going to fry up the cabbage and add the chicken in there. And I'm going to weigh out the chicken tomorrow to see how much it weighs, and then appropriately adjust the cabbage. And I'm going to fry it up and add a little soy sauce into it, oyster sauce, and make it kind of a egg roll in a bowl. And that's what I'm going to make for my lunch tomorrow. Then I'm going to can up all of the broth as well tomorrow. And once I get those going in the canner, then I'm going to clean up the crock pots, and I'm going to start a second cycle of bone broth with the bones that I got done today. And I'm going to use I'm going to be using the bones, and I'm going to be using some celery that I have in there, onions, and the herbs that I'm going to add into the broth. And yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be so much broth. And I like getting broth on my pantry shelf because it is something that I enjoy, and I use it quite a bit. I used to cook my rice with it and do all kinds of stuff with it, but I can't do that anymore. So I do make a lot of soups though. And so once I get the things off my shelf that is, quote, really not in my diet, then I'm going to specifically stick to the things that are what I'm supposed to be eating. Now, I'm eating very little of the things that are not on my diet, that are in my pantry. And so I'm really, like, how do I put this? I don't want to let go of the jars, okay? Because number one, people bought those for me. Number two, some of those jars belong to my mom. And so I don't want to let them go and run the risk of not getting them back, okay? And so the easiest way I know is to just eat a little bit of what the items that they're on this list, but it's the list that I have now, but it is also a it's, how do I put this? They call it the flex, and the flex is the foods that you use very little of, okay? Such as corn and peas and carrots. They're on my eating list now, right here, all right? But they're telling me, not to use them very often at all, because they can stall your progress. And so it can spike my blood sugar, lower my ketones, and stall my weight loss, okay, for some. And so we're checking it out to see. And I can tell you that cup of soup that I had yesterday, my blood sugar, it didn't go like crazy spike, okay? But it did go up, all right, from what I have been recording. And so I chose today to take just the chicken and some fried zucchini and do a better job. I will be eating the soup, but it's going to be, every other day or every 3 days, until I get it used up. And so, in the future, when I make chicken vegetable soup, I'm going to be using things I can have in there. Like I can have cabbage, I can have green beans, I can have asparagus. Um, better choices, better choices of vegetables. Let me see other things that I can put in there. Bok choy. I do have bok choy in the freezer. Broccoli. I can use cauliflower. Brussels sprouts. I could use eggplant. I could put some mushrooms in there. I could put some peppers in there. I can throw some spinach in there. I can throw zucchini and yellow squash in there. So those are the better choices of vegetables, and those are what I'm going to be targeting to go to in the future. Right now I'm using up what I have in my pantry, and I'm doing it limited eating. I'm not making it a daily thing, but making it more every 2 or 3 days. And so anyway, I just thought I'd come in and let you know I'm chilling out for the evening. It is about 8:30 in the evening, and I had the chicken and the zucchini for dinner. I had me a little bit of the sugar-free chocolate chips. I had me a cup of hot chocolate that is on my plan. It is done with almond milk, and it's a chocolate almond milk with a little stevia in it. And I use I take that back. It was the peanut butter sugar-free syrup that I put in it. And now I'm having coffee. And I think I might just go ahead and skip my snack. I might. We'll see. If I get hungry, I'm going to go ahead and eat, because I don't know what it is about the mornings that I'm not hungry. Come around noon, that's when I start getting hungry. And then I don't, and then I eat 4 hours later, 4 or 5 hours later, I'm hungry for my next meal. And then after that, I want something before I go to bed, some kind of a snack. And so maybe I'll reduce down my snack. I don't know. We'll see what I do later on. All right. But I just want to let you know that I appreciate you guys coming in and spending the day with me. And that's Chico bumping the camera. This is going to be an everyday event, and it's part of who Chico is. So let me get him up here. He wants to say hello to y'all. So here he is. Ouch, his little claws. There we go, Chico. Say hello to everybody. And he wants to see what I've got up here. And so I am going to lower you down so I can lower him down. And I'm going to say thank each and every one of you for coming out and spending the day with Chico and I. We love you guys, and we appreciate each and every one of you, and we love you so much that any comment that is down below in the comment section, I always respond to. And Chico loves being up in my lap. He loves it. And so know that sometimes when I'm answering your comments, Chico is right in my lap. All right, you guys be blessed, because you guys bless me each and every day just by being you and showing up and watching my videos. I'm going to leave a playlist for you. I try to make it very easy for you to go back and watch my older videos. Just click on one of those playlists and let it run. And then there's a subscribe button there too. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It helps me out tremendously. And I do a live every Sunday. So join me at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to join me for the live. And I will see you guys tomorrow.